All right, so I've been watching this show Severance, which I'm now apparently autistic about. It came out like 3 years ago, right? So when did you start watching, Scott?
I started watching it when it first came out.
Okay.
I'm one of those autistic people that waits for shows to come out, like the promise.
Oh, you knew
this is
about
going to be a good show. It's a promise of a good show.
I got recommended it by Wanda from the Cult, and so we started watching it in the first season, I think, while it was still coming out. I'm pretty sure, but not right away. Anyway, point is, it was like 3 years ago the show came out, and then I don't know, they got lazy about it and didn't start making new ones. Speaking of lazy, Black History Month. So here's the thing. I'm now obsessively autistic about this show, which I only rarely get into anything at all. Most people would assume I don't like anything. Does Jesse like it? Yes, Jesse likes Severance. And the thing is, with Severance, they've basically, and I don't know if they even intended to do this, they might have even set themselves up for failure here, because what happened is this show is now like, if you ever watched Twin Peaks, you know, if you're an old man and you remember the 90s and you were a 90s kid, Twin Peaks was about a mystery, but it was not about a mystery at all. And they did not want to solve the mystery. And so Severance, I don't know if they wanted to solve any mysteries, but they keep setting up mysteries Lost style. And now I am obsessive conspiracy theory man watching for clues in everything.
They should have a disclaimer at the start. If you're autistic, you're not allowed to watch this show.
Well, it's a show for autistic white people. Let's be honest. It's a nerdy white guy. The stereotype. I'm not saying that that's the only people who could enjoy it. I'm saying listen, it's on Apple. It comes out on Apple. Black people don't even use iPhones. They use, Samsung. Obviously,
they recently allowed you to watch Apple TV on like Samsungs. That was a recent thing.
Well, guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
It's led to something insane. So I watch, because I'm obsessive over every detail, I'm trying to guess what happens every week. I'm getting recommended all these YouTube videos where they go over, what's going to happen on the show? What's going to happen next? And what's going to happen with these boys? And I started noticing this bizarre trend, and I have no issue with this, of course, but I was shocked to find out Black people love Severance. Like, there's not a lot of stuff culturally that, beyond rap, I guess, that like crosses over so easy. Well, but that's crossing over the other way. There's not a lot of white guy shit where Black people are like, hell yes.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is cool.
Okay, I don't know what this voice is, Scott, and I know what some of you out there are thinking right now. Dragon Ball Z. That's Japanese guy shit. Okay, you're already doing the crossover thing from Japan with that one. So, some anime shit for sure. But Severance is one of these bizarre things where all of these theory videos I'm watching, I start even like, look, all right, for instance, let me show you this one here. This one, they don't even have it's literally called The Faceless Girl. They don't even have the person on screen ever. You don't see her. But check this out.
We need to talk about Severance, everything we know so far, and the details that people may have missed on Severance season 1.
So I'm like watching this, right? And by the way, this episode, no spoilers. We're going to try no big major spoilers or anything. And also, you don't need to know anything about the show to enjoy this episode.
It's actually probably
it's
better than
almost
you don't know anything.
Certainly better if you know nothing about the show, actually, because we're going to
your life in general.
We're not going to be doing theories on it. We're not going to be doing spoilers. We're not going to do, little tiny things here and there in these videos, maybe, but nothing major will ruin the show for you if you were planning to watch it. And I do recommend it. Here's why we're not going to spoil it. I love it. I love the show. You love the show, right, Scott?
I love the show.
It's a great show.
We spent probably like 2 hours like recapping a couple of episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I think, a couple of nights ago. If you want to talk to Jesse as his best friend, just go watch the show and go talk to Jesse for
you will
about
you
your
can
theories. You'll get
this is what parasocial freaks do with their podcast guys. They figure out what is the one little thing that the guy is into, and they learn everything about it secretly, and then they trick him into talking to them about that. And he's just looking for anybody to talk to about. And by the way, that's how I made Nick Mullen my handyman. You know, I knew that he had an autism for woodworking, and I said, I need some wood cut on Facebook, and we were Facebook friends. I knew. Got him. Came over, and he built the PODAWFUL studio for me. So anyway, Severance.
We used to do that to our teacher. Our teacher loved to talk about sports, about football. If you talk to him about like the last game, there was no work being done for like 3 hours.
Yes, classic.
Smart.
Yeah. I remember doing that to teachers too, where it's like you figure out what their little fanboy autism is, and you don't have to do any work for the rest of the day. You know what, guys? No homework. All right. And then he's got
go home and watch the game.
Right.
You guys are cool.
He's sitting there sweating, going, I hope the principal doesn't find that. Is that how jobs at schools work? Is the principal the boss? I don't even know. Anyway, Severance is a great show, so I'm not going to ruin it. I do want people to watch it. It's getting very popular. Scott, you're enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
Well, black people are enjoying it.
Well, I was the one that got Wanda to watch it.
Oh, really?
And I was the one that got Wanda to watch it.
Oh, okay.
She had never seen it.
So here's the thing, Severance, I would never assume. The reason I like Severance is because it reminds me of the video game series Portal, which I am also autistic about. Okay. And although I don't know every little granular detail about Portal, I just enjoy those 3 games. I guess there's 3 of them now, but I've never played the other one. Anyway, I enjoy those first 2 games. And so it reminds me of that. It's a very similar aesthetic going on in this show. So I would never assume that, just some black guy would be like, hell yes, fucking Severance, let's go. It seems off. And then I keep running into videos that prove me wrong about this. So tonight's show is about these videos. Okay, just to be clear, it's not really about Severance. It's about the fact, listen, it's Black History Month. And this is not a spoiler, but one running theme in this season of Severance, there is an undercurrent of, they're kind of touching on racism in both corporate structures and religions, I would say is fair to say. And
I think you're reading into it too much.
That's not a theory. That is on the page, man. But they're kind of touching on that, but not in like a, Netflix way. Remember, we're over on Apple Plus. We're taking things seriously over here, folks. Not in like a Netflix way, like in a there are 3 black characters on the show, each less dark than the last. Okay. And of those 3 major black characters on the show, 2 of them keep having these scenes that are talking about the strangeness that they're experiencing. So, and I want to talk about that a little bit in the episode tonight too, because I do think that that didn't happen until this season though. First season, you wouldn't know, unless you have eyes, you wouldn't know these people are black. Except for me, of course, who can tell by the voice. Check out this video from a great theorist, okay? And I'll tell you his name in just a second here.
Real Enigmas and Theories is back again with
Okay. So,
what race is that guy?
Now, here's the thing. I probably watch this guy's... I love this guy's videos, just to be clear. I'm a fan. But I've watched this guy's videos a bunch of times, and it took me until talking to Scott about this to realize... that his name is Real Enigmas. I now see what's going on. And by the way, shout out to Real Enigmas. Big fan. Love this. Watch this shit. Minor spoilers. Very minor. It's nothing. Don't worry about this.
Another video.
He's a smart guy.
As long as you're caught up on the show right now, it's 0 spoilers. And if you've never seen the show or you've never even seen season 2, it's like, these are details that don't matter. Okay, I promise. Now watch this.
Yes, this is Reverend Kia Sharpton, and I want you to come on down to Costco and get you about $25 worth of that toilet paper down there. Lumen done bought Costco, so you got to come on down here and support.
Just to be clear, this is not a part of the show. Okay, this has nothing to do with Severance, really.
Nah, yo, I don't know about y'all, but it looks like Kier's about to drop a fire-ass gospel album or something.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. So I'm in love with real enigmas. We've actually found some other ones too. They keep popping up. Black people love Severance, but on the show Severance, Black people hate Severance. The idea of Severance. Well, I'll explain the plot, I guess, in a second here, but they hate it. So in honor of the Black people who love Severance and in honor of the Black characters who hate Severance, we are bringing back Black Misery Month, everybody. Severance making Black people miserable. How is it making Black people miserable, by the way, Scott? I'll tell you. Through something what I call Black Hoteps. Okay? Not Black Hoteps, Severance Hoteps. Severance Hoteps, all right? Now, this is a brand new phenomenon. Maybe this even needs to be a broader thing of like film and TV Hoteps, but Black people have become conspiracy theorists. It's mainstream that way now. You know, when like rap was like a genre you could like, and now it's all music, so all white people like it. It used to be a couple white people liked it. Conspiracy theories have gone the other direction. All right, everybody's under the umbrella, and somebody told Black folks about the pineal gland, and we're going to have to hear about it for the rest of our goddamn lives. Okay, and I'm very excited to find out all of the thoughts and all of the theories and all of the conspiracies on this. Plus, we're going to explain to you, now this is crazy. There's a character on the show called Dylan, and he's played by a guy who did improv at UCB, where I also used to study improv comedy. And it turns out, now this guy's in every show. It turns out that we've dated the same girl, and it's led to very awkward stuff here. We're going to talk about that. Let's go, Pod Awful.
I want to hear from Kelsey about it.
Well, maybe we should. Hit like, by the way.
Get a job.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Scott. Happy to be here, of course. Thank you very much for joining us here at Pod Awful, the only show that rocks. This is a Pizza Fund only episode. Join the Pizza Fund to watch the full version of this one.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show on the Pod Awful TV network, podawful.pizza.
Look at that.
Welcome everybody from the Severance Discord server.
By the way, everybody from Severance Discord is here. I hope you guys love Black people like I do, because we are celebrating Black people, Black history here. Black Kier. This is Scott. We got the chat room right now.
I'm also 2% Black, so
yeah, you can tell just by looking. And then what do they say in the chat room right now? Rap used to be fun, like Super Mario Bros. Super Show theme song. Is that considered legally rap music? I'm not 100% on that one. I have to be honest. I don't think it is. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's go do the Mario. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Yeah. Or hit dislike. Someone says it's all the same. Well, except for the part where you hurt my feelings about it. Please don't hit dislike. Not in my Black History Month. Pod Awful's watching us. Yeah, you guys are watching us. We're watching you.
Ryan's saying I'm not American. I don't know where he gets that from. I'm from Florida.
He's from Florida. Yeah. We've always known that. We've always said you're 15% mutant-are. Someone says in the chat room. I don't know what that even means. Okay.
Indian dude. Mutahar or whatever his name is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything. Yeah. I honestly, I'm colorblind. Well, I see blue for some reason all the time, but beyond that, I am colorblind. Now, again, it doesn't matter if you've ever seen this show or not. It's not the point of tonight. The point is, Severance. Black people love it. Okay. And also, there's a character on there. He's a great character, by the way. Mr. Milchick. Amazing character. I love it. He's the darkest of our black friends on the show. And
whitest of teeth.
Whitest teeth. By the way, beautiful smile on this guy. And also beautiful little bubble butt. Like a Mersh style. We got to get into this butt. And people are starting to notice.
He's got a butt that won't quit. It's crazy.
He really does.
Won't quit.
It truly won't. He's got the physique of a 12-year-old black boy at a swimming pool, I think. That might sound weird to some people. But I have no way to follow up that sentence in order to fix it. So, yes, it is weird, okay? Anyway, PODAWFUL. Hi, everybody. Welcome. And again, we are going to go live to Pizza Fund only in just a second here, so join that Pizza Fund.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza.
Pizza.
Oh my God. I screamed so hard.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
I'm seeing little dots.
Diverted too much of your blood into your vocal cords.
Have you ever done that before? Have you ever screamed so hard that you start seeing, like, when you rub your eyes, that kind of shit? That's what it was like just now. It was terrifying.
I once yelled at my kids so much that I blacked out. And then when I woke up, they were all cowering in the corner.
Hell yeah. Anyway, that's okay. That's terrifying, actually. How's the goo doing? Goo's looking good. All right. Let's get into this, Scott. So, Severance. Here's the basic, just so people can follow along that have never seen the show. The basic premise of Severance is,
you go to work.
There's five teenagers with attitude are given superpowers by a man in a tube named Zordon. All right, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So it's a lot like Portal. What if we just don't explain it? There's just people lost the entire time. Yeah, you go
it's kind of like Lost. There's a plane crash.
It is a lot like Lost, except, all right, you know what? What if Lost was good? It's like that. Lost stinks.
Panda bears.
There's a lot of references to Lost in the show too, which I'm sure we're going to hear some of our black friends explain to us. Although, actually, no, we won't, because I'm pretty sure black people didn't like Lost. I have never heard a black person talk about Lost before. I'm realizing it's never happened even one time.
Show. And that had black people in it. That had all kinds of people in it. Didn't it have an Indian dude or something?
It's occurring to me now, Scott, and maybe this is crazy. I'm realizing maybe I should have gotten a black guy to co-host this episode with me. This is starting to seem racist, having some guy with your fucking accent on. This is because it feels like here's what it feels like. It feels like I've never even met a black guy before, but we're speaking on them right now. But again, this is all.
If there's black people in the chat, if there is a black brother, I'll step out.
Listen, where would we be if it weren't for black trans women? And I keep saying this, and nobody is answering me. I need to know the answer. Okay, so here's what I was about to say. Portal. Here's what Severance is about. The basic premise is you go to work at this weird company. You have no clue what your job is there. When you go down and
it's what do they say? It's important and
mysterious.
Strange work. It's mysterious. Yeah, it's important and mysterious work.
Yes, and you go there, and when you go down an elevator, you are no longer you. They've put a chip in your brain so that you never have to experience your workday, which kind of sounds nice, right? And then, of course, it's all the horrors of what's actually going on through that. And it's a lot, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basic premise. You got a main character named Mark. You got a character named Helly. And for our purposes, the most important characters tonight are Mr. Milchick who is the guy sort of
Mr. Milkshake.
Mr. Milkshake, the guy who's sort of in charge of these guys, right? He's like the boss. And then you've got Dylan, who's one of the guys that work there. He's severed. He doesn't remember anything when he goes to work. And then you've also got a lady who is, let's face it, white passing. I'm not even sure she's involved in Black Misery Month here. Her name's Natalie. Haven't seen much of her. I've
never seen someone that can open their eyes so wide.
Her eyes and her mouth. She has more teeth than anybody else you've ever seen on Earth. She's got as much teeth as Milchick has butt. And it's good. It's good. It's a good show. And Natalie, even though she's been in like 3.5 scenes, she's a great character. She's got there's a really spooky scene with her in this season. So anyway, that's what you need to know. All right, these are the basics. By the way, look at this.
Shit, the single gonna be "Lord Refine My Mind." They about to rewrite the history of Lumen and say that bro was out here selling shea butter skin salve.
Okay, so this is going great. Now, as a guy who's
Kelsey said we forgot a black character. Which black
I'm
character
sure there are other. Is there another major one?
There's the lady that works in the filing cabinets downstairs.
Okay,
or whatever.
she's like, you've seen her half of a time, basically.
Yeah,
Kelsey's stupid. Give it a few more episodes, maybe she would be something. There's several other black people on the show, but these are the main characters that they've focused
Kelsey's
on.
making it seem like half the company is black. They are the minority.
Hang on a second. Let me put in Dylan Severance, just so I need you to know like what we're talking about when we talk about these guys. You need to have an idea in your head. Oh, that's weird. What's his mouth doing that?
Just think about the fat black guy that can't shut his mouth. That should narrow it down. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like that, he's that guy.
Look at this. So this is Dylan. Scott, I swear to you, when I found this on Google Images just now, I guess the uploader of the video changed the thumbnail at some point, because the one I clicked on did not look like this. It was like slightly different layout, but it's still exactly this face going on, because Dylan is always making this face. And you're probably sitting there right now watching this going, I've never seen Severance. I recognize this guy. He's in everything. Okay? He's in literally everything. And then let's get a Mr. Milchick up here, because again, it's important that people know who we're talking about while we go through this stuff. Now look at this guy. Wouldn't you want to be friends with a fella like this?
Is he wearing lipstick?
Is Dylan wearing lipstick?
Look at his his lips look awfully red.
That might just be my camera or something. All right, now here's Mr. Milchick. Great character. We love this character here, Mr. Milchick. All right,
look at that smile.
Look at that smile. And now, unfortunately, I think what they've done is they have photoshopped out his butt. They thought that was too. This is like a promo shot, and they thought that's too cheeked up for a promo. And you can tell that is a fake. You can see the line, the photo. I can just tell by the pixel. Yeah, this has been. They did a sort of reverse Instagram model Photoshop job.
You can tell because it's flat. Like his butt wouldn't be flat.
No,
like
this man does not have a flat butt whatsoever. All right, so anyway, these are the guys we're talking about. This is what you need to know. Now, we should probably get into the pizza fund here for the rest of this. I do actually. You know what? You found one thing though that floored me, and this is so good. Remember, we did an episode a couple years ago where I realized that there's an entire industry, this trend of making old white dudes feel good by using young black guys pretending like they've never heard white people music before. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that episode?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's this whole thing where they call it like, I guess it's just reaction videos or whatever.
Right. Yeah. They're all so dumbfounded by how good this is.
Right.
I couldn't believe white music sounded this good.
They're pretending they've never heard the Beatles before. And which, like, even if you don't listen to that type of music, you can't avoid that. You walked into a grocery store or something and Steely Dan was on. You heard some of this stuff at some point, but they say my first time listening to, and then they sit there and what it is really is just a video that steals a song. And it's just content theft, really. It's just copyright infringement. But what they do is they put in the description, they say, no copyrights intended. And that sentence doesn't mean anything or make any fucking sense, but is a black teenager.
I didn't intend to steal this. It was just accidental.
Somehow, it's the only way on YouTube you're allowed to use music because, and I don't mean like, oh, I can't put whatever song I want in my random video. You know, I obviously understand fair use and all that stuff. But the weird thing is, I've seen channels discussing music where they're like, I literally can't play the song because YouTube is going to fuck me over if I do.
Like when they sit there and discuss it and then they like go, well, actually, I'm going to go listen to it now and then I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to discuss it.
And so you
further.
don't hear it.
No.
It would be like if I didn't.
You can go listen to it. You can pause and go listen to it yourself and then come back to it, but you're not stealing the content.
It would be like if I didn't explain what Severance is during this episode. That's what most music channels are.
And you just go and actually play the whole episode and we just both sit here going,
yeah. So somehow though they get away with this. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's like a DEI scenario or something, but black teenagers are allowed to steal music on YouTube and then go, you know what? This shit slaps. And then my dad sees that. He's 80. He goes, oh my God, black people like my stuff. I'm cool. I'm fucking cool. Yes. And meanwhile, he goes to Walmart and he sees a black kid and he's like, that guy's stealing. I can tell. He knows it. But if the guy was like, damn, I like the socks you're wearing, my dad or your uncle or whatever would be like, butterflies in his heart in that moment. You found a channel that is basically this, but for Severance and The Sopranos, which again, Severance and The Sopranos are the white people music of TV. Okay? Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. It's like, it's a shocker to me that they would like this stuff. Look at this. It's called Redox Cinema. Okay? And then they're literally doing the reaction faces in there. Yeah. Oh! Which all they're doing is watching The Sopranos. It's like, I mean, you know what? That ending, it got a lot of people. But they do Severance. Look at this. And then every thumbnail is just them going, I can't believe TV exists. Ah! Now, the craziest part, though, is you see the length of these videos. They're an hour and 22 minutes long. They're watching the show. They're stealing the show and showing it. And of course, they're doing commentary, but the commentary is all just being like, damn, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Or yes, yes, I agree with that. We're going to watch some of this. I definitely want to watch the one you clicked on because this actually led to an even bigger surprise for me. There's something happened in this one that I can't even believe. We've got a few of these to go through. And again, we're going to go over, my shared dating history with a character from the show. In the real world, the actor who plays Dylan, his name is Zach Cherry. And yeah, I knew who he was before he blew up, on the TV and in the movies and stuff.
I struggle with what could a woman see in you and that guy.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking, Scott. I'm thinking, Zach Cherry, he might watch PODAWFUL and go, shit, okay. So, and I would be like, oh my God, I'm cool, finally. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the Pizza Fund. Join the Pizza Fund, PODAWFUL.pizza. Get immediate access to this full episode live and all of our previous Primo episodes, bonus shows, after shows, and banned episodes, stuff that's no longer allowed on YouTube at all, which is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Although we are re-uploading. I keep saying that, but we are re-uploading a lot of old shows to YouTube, and it doesn't seem like they care. So we might bring a bunch of stuff back to you. It's not that I want to paywall the stuff. It's that YouTube bans me if I upload it. But if you want to see it all in one place, over at PODAWFUL.pizza, join right now. We're going to go live there in like 2 shakes of a fiddlestick. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll do it right now. We're going live. I'm updating. Boom. Should be live. Let's see. Is it working? Oh boy. Yes. Yup. Okay. I think we're good over there now. So you'll see us there. PODAWFUL.pizza. Bye. See you there. PODAWFUL.pizza. Goodbye.
Sorry, nigga.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show
This content right here
on the PodAwful TV network.
Don't say it, Tom.
is Pizza Fun's own.
It's Black History Month.
PodAwful.pizza.
This shit is beefer.
Don't do it,
You're
Tom.
listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
PodAwful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.
Oh, Tom. He said it. This guy. I can't believe it. He fucking said it, man. Oh, okay.
Just this one time, you could have left it out.
If you just could maybe rein it in a little bit, Tom.
Once you get to D-List, you can have all the kitty pussy.
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just really bad and dirty and awful.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. Are we good to go here? Are we live in the Pizza Fund? We are. People in the chat say hi in chat.
People struggling to log in.
Probably every time we go to the Pizza Fund now, there's so many people that it hugs the website to death. We'll give it a few seconds here, but
people need to log in, in waves, kind of like Severance, how people have to come in on schedules.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Stagger it. All right, let's end the stream there. That should do it. And then I think we are now officially Pizza Fund only. Hopefully people